Is Representative Pappas online?
I am here,
There
Mr.
you are.
Chair.
We'll go to you next, Representative Pappas.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. It's great to be with you. And I think, as you can see from this hearing today, conversation around infrastructure is a marathon and not a sprint. And we appreciate your endurance here. It's going to take some more to get things over the finish line, but we appreciate your commitment and really appreciate the exchange of ideas here. Now, I know a lot of folks have been highlighting local issues. One I want to bring up to your attention is a critical project in my district. You may be familiar with it based on your time here in New Hampshire. It's the Capital Corridor Rail Project, which would extend commuter rail from Massachusetts to Nashua and Manchester, New Hampshire. And when you talk to our business community about where they're building new headquarters or looking to expand, when you talk to workers who are looking to put down roots and start their careers, one of the top things that they're all looking for is access to public transportation and particularly rail access. So I think that it's critically important that we look to support projects like this. Our state DOT is right now working on preliminary design and financial planning for the project. They would seek to access New Start funding, which can be a challenging process, certainly for states to navigate. One of the concerns that I have around this particular program is just the unknowns around commuting patterns after COVID-19, whether or not that could add a wrinkle to projects being able to move forward under New Start. I certainly don't want to see any temporary changes in patterns that are caused by COVID-19 to slow down or stop a project that's going to be so crucial to the long-term economic vitality of a region like the one that I'm from. So I'm just wondering if the administration has considered whether any changes to New Starts would be appropriate or needed to ensure that worthwhile projects like this one in particular isn't going to be halted because of any uncertainties that have arisen around COVID.
Yeah, we certainly want to make sure that there isn't disruption to worthy projects, and especially those that are so far along in the design and vision process. So we're going to make sure through the relevant agencies, FTA in this case, that there's a close pattern of working with applicants to see how those impacts might have arisen due to COVID, and do everything we can to keep good projects on track.
Well, terrific. And one other thing I wanted to highlight, and I hear it a lot from my cities and towns and communities that either are looking to create local or regional networks of bike and pedestrian infrastructure, is just the lack of a dedicated funding program that can support not just doing a sidewalk or doing a rail trail, but to really build out some really significant networks that could help drive a local economy, increase tourism, promote recreation, and get some cars off the roads. I think you're probably aware that half of American trips that people make in their daily life are within a 20-minute bicycle ride, and nearly a quarter of all trips that people make are within a 20-minute walk. So by dedicating some additional funding to active transportation, I think we can really help create communities with amenities that are walkable and bikeable, that have connectivity to one another. And I'm hoping that you would take a look at our Connecting America's Active Transportation Systems. It's a $500 million dedicated program that Congressman Huffman and I are hoping to reintroduce in this Congress and hoping to incorporate in an infrastructure package. And just wondering in the remaining time we have, if you have any thoughts around active transportation and its role in an overall infrastructure package.
Well, thank you for your vision and initiative on this, because this is absolutely part of what it means to improve transportation in the 21st century. The importance of active transportation was, I think, poorly understood in the 1950s, when the last time we really had an opportunity to think this big around infrastructure. But this time around, we know a lot of things that were less well understood then. That vehicle transportation has a role, but that there are congestion mitigation benefits, health benefits, environmental benefits, and community benefits to active transportation, that under the right conditions, it can be done in all kinds of climate, as people in New Hampshire have demonstrated, and as countries around the world in very northern climates have been able to demonstrate with actions that have moved them, frankly, further ahead than where the U.S. is right now. So this absolutely has to be part of a meaningful vision for the future of surface transportation, and would welcome ways to incorporate that in forthcoming legislation.